In this episode, I make an exciting discovery.
A big, stupid box.
I screw up the easiest DIY job known to man.
Oh, that was bad.
And I head back to the racetrack.
That was exhilarating.
Today we're going to sacrifice comfort for speed by replacing the cushy leather factory recliners with these racing buckets and 6-point harnesses. Then we're going to take the car out to the track and see if I can set a new personal best. We'll start by taking out the driver's seat. It's just a handful of 15mm bolts. We've got one more nut that's holding the seat belt onto the seat frame.
There are a few connectors underneath the seat. We need to remove those before we can get the seat out.
I did do an install attempt on this previously, but I didn't have all the parts that I needed. One thing that I did do is I rerouted this cabling. Now normally this passes underneath the carpet and emerges here to plug into the seat, but that meant that it was interfering with the seat mount. The seat mount wants to be as low to the floor as it can possibly be. These cables are getting in the way, so I cut an additional slot in the carpet here to pass them through, and then when the racing seat is in, I'm just going to tuck this stuff out of the way. This is the AMT ultra low seat mount. I previously installed it on the seat based on what Mark from AMT shows in his videos, and that fit me really well, but I decided I wanted a bit more legroom and I wanted the seat to recline a little bit more. So I ended up shifting these bolts to these bolt holes, and then I used this upper one instead of this one, and that gives me a little bit more tilt. I'm gonna throw the seat in the car without bolting it in and just see how it feels. The problem I had with the first install is that when I tried to mount this bracket, it sits up too high because of the carpet and the insulation. You can see here, there's just a lot of it. It's really thick. And I think this mount was really meant to be used in race cars. So what one of you guys suggested is that I can just cut a slot along here, remove the insulation that's beneath it, maybe fold the carpet out of the way, and then this thing will fit. So I'm going to try that. This stuff was glued on and it kind of comes off okay, but ow, not the best. All right, let's see where that gets us. Another issue I had with the AMT mounts is that they don't have any provision to mount your lap belt, and Mark at AMT specifically recommends against running an eye bolt through this because it's aluminum. So what I got was the Vetworks lap belt mount here. This is a really thick gauge steel, and it comes with mounts for your lap belts and for your sub belts, and it should just fit right over your factory studs, and it does. The question is whether with the seat installed, whether the AMT mounts will go right on top of it and everything will clear. I hope so, but there's no way to know for sure without trying. Start with the factory stud extenders. I'm going to put a couple of washers on these in the front as spacers. Might need to cut the carpet a little bit more here. It looks like it might or might not fit. Let's see if we're going to fit. Whoa, can't be that easy. It's in. Oh, that's awesome. That's great news. Let's see if we can get it fastened in. This is all the insulation that I pulled out, and that appeared to be enough to do the trick. Okay. Let's have a test sit. Oh, that feels really good.
Okay. It is in, fully mounted, solid as a rock, but we need the harnesses. Now the lap belts and the sub belts will just clip right in, but the shoulder belts we need to mount to the harness bar. Here is the harness. This is the Schroth Flexi 2x2 6-point harness in black. So let's see what we got. These are the shoulder belts, which we're going to mount to the harness bar. And then we've got the lap belts and the sub belts. These have buckles on them, and they're just going to clip right in to our eye bolts. Let me illustrate how easy this will be in theory. Here's my lap belt. All right, lap belt buckle comes through a little opening here, and it just clips right into place on the lap belt bar. So that lap belt is in. Let's see if I can feed the other one in. All right, that one's clipped in. Need to route the sub belts, and that's going to be tricky to do with the seat installed. I don't know if it's going to be possible. All right, seat's got to come back out. I did tick the box for the sub belt bar option with the AMT seat mount, so I'm going to go ahead and use these instead of using the Vetworks lap belt one, because the Vetworks one is going to require me to pass those sub belts all the way underneath the seat.
The harnesses come with a lot of belt length in case you need it for your install solution. In my case, it was too much, and so I had to adjust it to shorten it.
That should be good. Let's install these shoulder belts. This is going to be a lot easier with the seats out anyway. Comes with the clip-in buckle installed, but we're not going to use that. We're going to wrap it around the bar.
It's worth mentioning that there's a very specific way of wrapping these belts. Schroth's instructions illustrate it really clearly. Make sure you follow the instructions.
Okay, we got the shoulder belts roughly installed. I don't really know if the length is right, but we'll put the seat in and then adjust as needed.
Oh, those are going to be way too long, probably.
I want to point out that the Schroth harnesses are generally regarded as the best in the business. You pay a premium for them, but it's worth it because the operation is so smooth.
All right, we got the seat and the harness installed. Just one more finishing touch on the driver's side. This is unsightly. We got to do something about it. Now that looks clean and tidy. We're done with the driver's side. The driver's side is complete. I'm going to do the passenger side. I had a feeling that things were going too smoothly, and when I removed the passenger seat, I found this, a big, stupid box. I'm just really doubtful that I'm going to be able to get the seat in with this in place, and it means that there's more wiring that runs underneath the carpet here. Crap. All right, we've got good news and bad news. The good news is that the passenger seat does indeed clear this box, so I don't need to relocate the box, which is good. Turns out it's the OnStar box. But the bad news is there are a bunch of wires going to the OnStar box, and I've got this huge bundle of wires here, and the bracket definitely doesn't want to sit close enough to the floor for it to fit. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to punt on the passenger seat for now, because I don't need to carry a passenger tomorrow. I've got other stuff that I want to do. I want to change the oil before I go to the track tomorrow. I've never done it with this car. Gives me an excuse to take the car out for a test drive so I can get the oil warmed up. So that's what I'm going to do next. By far the worst part about driving on the street with harnesses is just, it takes so long to get in and out. And yeah, you can get a little bit faster at it, but it's just a lot more steps than a 3-point belt. A little bit wet out today, but tomorrow should be dry for a track day. Man, you really feel like you're sitting down in the car now. There is a weird thing that happens where when you're sitting a couple inches lower, your elbows kind of hit the armrest. So if you're trying to like go from this to this, you bang into stuff. I'll survive. Would I be willing to drive it on the street like this all the time? I think it would make me choose to drive the car less. Tell you what, in terms of transforming the driving experience, nothing comes close to the seat. It's just completely different now. And I feel like combined with the Delrin bushings, the alignment, there's a lot more feel coming through the wheel now. I'm really excited to get it on track, but first I need to change this oil. Can I get this thing out of the way without splashing myself? Oh, that was bad. That was real bad. It's getting worse. Oh, this only holds 7 quarts. There's 8 quarts of oil in this thing. Oh, it's about to get real bad. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh no, I'm so dumb. Oh man, look how full this thing is. Can you see that? It's like on the verge of spilling over. Oops. It was going so well, and then it really wasn't. Bit of metal on the drain plug. This one also has a lot of gunk on the end of it. I'm not super thrilled about that. Oh. Gee. I snuck into the house and got this. Nicole will never know. Jeez. All right. Please don't be on super tight. That is on a little tight.
I made a mess.
Based on reading I did on the internet, I decided to go with Amsoil 10W40 for mixed street and track use. Your mileage may vary.
Still kind of in awe at how much you can fit in the back of this thing.
Well, I'm out here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, and in the last few days it has gone from winter to spring. Dave's out here, he's gonna drive the Miata. Goldie is all ready and good to go. Got the Ninja 400 broken out. I haven't ridden the Ninja on track in forever. My dilemma today is I've only got enough brake pad left from the hand-me-downs in the front that I got from Trent to do maybe a couple of sessions. Showing 55 degrees ambient temps. I'm struggling because I'm gonna do my best if I have fun, but I'm feeling a little bit of pressure, which is dumb. Oil temps are still a little bit low, so I'll just warm it up on the first lap. What's up, homies? What's up, troublemaker? How are you? Good. Wish me luck. Thanks, buddy.
All the way back in December, I set a baseline lap time with this car of a 1:33.96, so that's the time to beat today.
Come on, Goldie. Let's get some. Holy sh**. Little ABS. Gotta let these tires warm up before we lean on it. Oh, did I forget to f***ing cinch my thing again? I did. We don't need my helmet flying off. Good Lord. I didn't do my helmet strap. Oh my God. I know. I know. Whoa! Need more grip. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Come on, girl. Car feels good. I can tell what it's doing at the limit for sure, and I got to the limit really quickly. I don't know if I 100% trust my alignment to be like the best, but we got to look at the lap time and see. I've been really focused. I also want to check my tire pressures. So we've got 31, 30. It's about what we want. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Oh, a 132.3. Not bad, Josh. Not bad. Can I pick up a second? Maybe. By the way, my best ever Corvette lap time, I believe, was a 131.3. Is that right? And the best I've ever done in a 911 GT3 is a 130.3. It's a little warm out today to do like the best possible laps on these tires, but I can do better than I did, that's for sure. So gonna try my best. All right, boys, we're not messing around. I got the full fire suit on, got my big boy racing helmet on. I'm already getting really hot. That's a sign to let you know it's working. Temps are up a little bit, I think. It's probably 65, 70 now. With these tires, the key is gonna be my first flying lap has to be the one. That's all there is to it, because they're just gonna get too hot otherwise. Car feels good, I feel good. We're not f***ing around anymore.
Now you're fully suited up.
Exactly. I don't know how much more is left in it, but I'm gonna do my darndest.
You got 130.
You think?
Yeah.
I'll be really happy with anything that says 131.
You got 130.
Thanks, buddy.
Go, bud.
Could probably just leave it in third through there. Jesus. Not enough brakes. I'm gonna try third. Third was not a good idea. Need second. Oh, understeer. Oh, we're going off. Nope. Missed the apex.
Now, I gotta be honest and say that when I went into this session, my confidence wasn't the best. I knew that the conditions were getting hotter. I felt like I'd kind of left it all on the table in the first session. Then I made mistakes in my first flying lap, so now my tires are hot. I knew I didn't put in a good lap time, and so I decided to go for one more flyer, but I look over at my aim and I'm seeing red lights, which means this one isn't fast either. But then I see in my rear view that I've got a radical following me, so I pointed him by. That pretty much ruined this lap. My brakes are starting to feel bad. I know that I have very low pad material in the front. These are hand-me-down pads that I got from my buddy Trent. I figured they only had 2 sessions left in them. I didn't want to push it to a 3rd session. And now this session is being black flagged because a radical spun and he stalled and he needed to be towed. At this point, I'm thinking that my day is over and I'm feeling really bummed. I'm feeling like I failed.
We'll go in and cool off and let them clear that guy. Yeah, they black flagged the session. 132.7. Dang! I mean, you saw me. I was just like getting squirrely. I need more grip. Need more tire. I've got more tire at home, but I wanted to see what I could do with these. No improvement on that one, and I knew I made some mistakes. I could pick up more time coming around the long sweeper, but I really hate to push there. And I'm definitely, at this point, getting held back by the tires, and the brakes are a little iffy. The pedal feel isn't the same all the time. Yeah, it's just not, like, they're getting hot, obviously. The thinner your pads are, the easier it is to transfer heat into the fluid, too. So it's just not an ideal situation. And even though the conditions seem like they're just about perfect, you know, like 65 degrees, sunny, it's actually a little bit on the warm side for ideal. But I'll think about it. Maybe I'll try it again. I do kind of want to give it one more shot. So we'll see.
Confidence is not up after that session. I think I can do better, but I don't know for sure. I'd love to pick up at least half a second. Like get down to like 132 flat. I'd be really happy with that. Just don't know if it's possible. It's getting cloudy though, so that might cool off the track. That might be my opportunity. So I'm gonna go out.
Third and final session. Gotta trust the brakes even though they're a little sketchy. Be gentle on the throttle. Just gotta do a clean lap, that's all. Gotta give it one more shot.
Track is yours.
Okay. Moderate warm-up lap, and then we got one flyer. Yeah, I think the key is like don't overheat the tires on the out lap. And don't over push. Oh, baby. Oh, 130.9. Oh, oh man, that felt like a sweet one. Could just tell. Oh. To go from a 133.99 or something to a 130.9 on still these street tires, hell yeah. Just gonna cool it down for another lap and bask in the glory. Goldie, you did good, girl. Yeah, that was exhilarating. Great success.
Wow, I'm super pleased with that result. A 130 is better than I was expecting. I was hoping maybe I could get there, but I wasn't sure if it was going to be possible. I am now within half a second of the time I ran in a 2019 GT3 RS. I had a passenger. There's some other reasons why that lap wasn't as fast as it could have been. But Goldie is nipping at the heels of a GT3 already, and that's on street tires. When we go to the race tires, she's going to be a lot faster, and I've got a couple other tricks up my sleeve.
So what'd you run?
What do you think I ran?
130.
130.9, baby.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Hey, now you can run with downforce.
Is that
130 and under.
130 and under. It's a good feeling.
That was the most rewarding day at the track I've had in a long time, and obviously a lot of hard work led to that point. Something unexpected though, I can't believe how much motivation I get from you guys, the audience, and I want to tell you sincerely how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you'll come back for another video. We'll see you next time.